Cozy with a lowly. Just meditating through the nights of whatever, and I just realized that the people that you care about, they're gonna be in their loops, and realistically it's okay, because we try to change the loops. For instance, when I was younger, my granddad just like recently died, and we were like staying at his house, and like our step grandma didn't like my mom. It's the theme to the stories. But yeah, either way, we were getting kicked out, tensions high, all that shit. So I go to the store just to try to like use the food stamps, whatever, get back. Who told you you could go to the store? No one told you you can leave the house and do this. Like, dude, I literally went across the street. It's not that serious. So she starts swinging on me, and I like blocked it. And my other sister saw and was like, "You're trying to hit our mom." And then both of them jumped me. And let's say I get out of the situation, I don't swing on anybody. I'll just say the truth. I fucking grab a knife from the kitchen and I pull it on them, and I'm saying, y'all gonna stop hitting me because this is fucked up. And yeah, the cops come and they take me to my friend's house, and then I go and live with my dad in Atlanta. So this is how I leave the Midwest from Wisconsin to Atlanta. So I go stay with my dad for like a year, come back, and yeah, my mom, like, I don't know, it was making me feel bad for leaving, but she kicked me out, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like really weird. And I think I was 15 or 16 at the time, and I was just very confused because like I didn't want to leave my friends. I didn't want to leave the situation I was in. Shit happened, and now I'm being scapegoated and whatever. So now I'm being scapegoated again because I'm the one that left. And like the whole month or whatever, I was there to visit. My mom's just making me feel bad. And when it was time for me to leave, I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna go back to Atlanta and all that shit, because my mom made me feel so bad about leaving to begin with. And then when I stayed, nothing like changed. Like the same, we were in the same situation. Matter of fact, we were getting evicted, and then we had to go back down to Atlanta this time with my sister. So yeah, figure how traumatic that was. My senior year, you have all your friends and you're doing all these things, and like you have to be uprooted again, you know. So either way, that's like a big reason why I got into tarot and all that stuff, is to heal that trauma that I had from these experiences and the connection with my mom. So I go and I give my mom tarot readings and all that stuff, and like nothing changes, and I start getting disappointed. And really, when I realized that it's myself and my karma that I have to be responsible for, not anybody else's karma and what they're doing, because you can't choose anyone else's choices for them. You can set it up, you can surround people, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And that's what I'm realizing now with this relationship with Luna, my child's mother. And we love Leo. We love you, Leo. But like, I'm not gonna say but, just this is the situation, you know. For years before, if Leo's watching this, before you were born, yeah, this is the life that was pitched. This is what we explained, the spirit explained. Yet, and everyone can see this. This is where it gets really confusing, and everybody else gets confused too, because you'll see us together and everything's great. It's like, oh wow, that's the picture of happiness. And then it's like, wait, what happened? Because like, me being here, and then it's there, like all the energy's there, and then when I go, it's like eating at your favorite restaurant. Is how the spirit was breaking it down to me. You eat at your favorite restaurant, everyone loves to eat the favorite meals, and we do this, we go to the studio, we go boom, we did this, we put the beach and the pictures, and we do all these things, but then we have to pay for it with the shadow work. And that's what spirit asks, like, hey man, you gotta put some energy back in. Otherwise you can't just take otherwise everybody would be able to do that. You need to, you know, do some work. Like, and I said this is what led to the last argument. I said, hey, like, when I try to tell you about something or how I'm feeling or express myself, you can always like bring your phone out, I gotta record this. But if I say, hey, this is what we need to heal the relationship, and if you could just like, you know, record a video of you just apologizing publicly for the things that you put me through, and we're just all good, so the whole, like, no one's like confused on what's going on. It's just like, all right, yeah, this happened, and you know, people move through trauma, but if you're brave enough to admit that and step forward with it, then that's awesome. But every time we have that conversation, it's like, boom, an argument. It's like fucking Talladega Nights, where they were sitting there at dinner, and then the guy's just like, nope, I gotta leave. And it's like, dude, we were having a good dinner. Nope, I gotta go, I gotta sabotage, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I was really hurt by this. This is what I've learned. I was really hurt by this, because it's like, I do want things to work out. I do want to apologize and, you know, clear the air with all this shit that's happened between us, and, you know, hey, this is how we really feel or whatever. But realistically, I can't keep waiting for this person to finally act right, to do this and do that. Like, realistically, the things that happen fucked up, they can explain that shit, and you can ask them, because realistically I had nothing to do with a lot of this shit. And I'm not gonna say that, you know, I'm not gonna take responsibility, but a lot of that had nothing to do with it, and anything I did have to do with it, I will gladly answer any questions about. But if I had nothing to do with that, I will say I had nothing to do with that, and that's it. There's nothing else to say about it. Like, I'm not responsible for that karma. I did not make any of these decisions. And I think me just making this video and putting this out there is just saying that, like, yo, I am Quartz Free Water. Luna is Luna. Like, we made Leo. That's cool. Like, we're, you know, I love her for her being her, you know, and if she's here today, gone tomorrow, I love her for being that, you know. I don't want Luna to change if it's not real, if she's being fake to make me happy. I don't want that. But I also want myself to be happy, and I know what I want, you know. And realistically, what I want is what makes me attractive. And that's why other people want me. So therefore, if I were to change who I am, then that would defeat the purpose of, you see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even, it's like, hey, I'm attracted to you for being a sexy bitch and I love your confidence, but yeah, I want you to be a sexy bitch for me, and I don't want you to be a sexy bitch for yourself even. And I just want to take all your confidence, and I kind of want to shit on it and, you know, keep you in a corner or whatever. And it's like, that's not even right. But realistically, what's also not right, if, you know, let's say we can be attracted to women, you know, but let's say maybe they're nervous. They makes us nervous, and we get this, that, and the other around them, and, you know, sabotage like we do any other relationship because we're nervous. Totally valid, right? So unless we can communicate those nerves, right, without hurting me or the people we're around because you even are attracted to them, because then that's confusing, right? Like, hey, this attractive person, I feel this energy, like we're both attractive, like let's figure this shit out. And then it's like sabotaged and like mean and complaint, like it's like that doesn't feel good. And realistically, whatever, how anyone connects with Luna is how they connect with her. That's not my responsibility. You know, my responsibility is how I connect with them when we connect with our child. And again, that's what I can control. So another thing is like getting back into OnlyFans, because I'm just gonna find a way. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna be bitching and complaining or whatever. Just shit happen. Corsito's finding a way. Corsito's not gonna sit around and be fucking so, but we're gonna figure it out, right? But a lot of the money comes from messaging people back and forth, which I don't want to do. And realistically, I don't want someone to do it for me. And that's what I thought. And I saw this video of the AI, like, oh, you just post a picture and it makes AI content and all this stuff for your OnlyFans. And it's so crazy because, like, what happened to love, you know, like love and energy. That's why I even started the OnlyFans, to be like, yo, this is what real love looks like, not porn love of sex trafficking. You seeing a woman get sex trafficked, right? And as a male, right, you're not realizing this. You're thinking, oh, this is how you talk to women, not knowing that she's being sexually trafficked and held against her will. Realistically, you know, yeah, she's getting paid, but she doesn't want to be in this situation, right? A lot of these fucking times. And even if they did want to be in the situation, when it gets to the paperwork and shit, you don't want to be in the fucking situation, right? Because everybody's getting paid handsomely, besides the actresses, right? So, boom. So imagine seeing that as a kid and you go, oh, that's how, you know, this, that, and the other. And now you can see, even Leo sees this and sees my OnlyFans and goes, oh, okay, that's love. That, like, my mom and dad loved each other. And I can see that that was love and I was created out of love. Now, maybe that moment was here today, gone tomorrow, right? But a moment can create life. Just one moment of love. You see how crazy that is? Just one moment of pure fucking love can create life. Like, you, dude. Like, so it's not the fact that me and mom are like best friends every single day. It's the fact that if we are even best friends for a fucking second, you get made and you're fucking amazing. You know? That's all I gotta say. And like, for everyone else, you know, I'm I'm not selling my shit. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not letting anybody else do shit for me. Even Luna, like that was, I guess, the thing of like, oh yeah, you talk to these people for me and I'm just gonna focus so much on work and you deal with the relationships. But that's not what people want. Relationships with me, right? They don't want a relationship with Luna. Otherwise they'd have a relationship with Luna. And if you want a relationship with Luna, you can have a relationship with Luna, right? No one's stopping you, right? Men, whoever, no one's stopping you. No one at all, right? There's standards, right? But no one's stopping you, right? And that's how I feel about all of this. Like I'd rather you see my nudes, right? And they're my nudes, not pictures I've actually taken in the mirror when I felt like a sexy bad bitch, and posted them, right? And so I was thinking about editing, and it's like, you don't, part of it is thinking, you know? We're so that no one knows how to make. See, the funny part about it is that when I started making these videos, and to keep people's attention in a minute, you have to actually be good at fucking speaking. You have to hit your lines and do boom boom boom. Now we edit everything and do blah blah. You just need to say a couple lines and they'll make the whole video for you. And it's like, then what the fuck are we making a video for? You see what I'm saying? Like, why are we using server space, right, for these AI shit that's taking away from video games, even taking away from trees and real birds and shit, so we can, I don't know, fucking have Minecraft be on loop or some shit while it makes the top 10 list of some movies you never even watched, or shows you never watched, but they're popular. So you're saying you watched them. Oh, here's my favorite Pokemans. Yeah, I know Pokemon's popular, so these are my favorite ones. I like this one. It's like, bro, you didn't grow up in the shits, gang. Like, when you went the Pokemon, like, it was like, that shit was legit. Like, growing up in Pokemon, it was like, it was kind of cool, gang. You know? But when you realize as an adult that it's capitalism, and realistically they made your parents spend money on something that already exists. Hey, take your kids, right, to go, you don't have to collect the insects, but that's where the really started from. The creator collected insects and shit, and he wanted to share them with his friends and whatever, right? Or that might be Animal Crossing. Look it up. But either way, no, Animal Crossing is a different thing. Pokemon did start this way. Or look it up. Either way, what the fuck I got to say is, you can go out. Like, I don't have to, like, as a parent, I don't have to go work all these hours so I can get these Pokemon cards for Leo, because Leo only knows about the Pokemon cards because I put him in front of a TV or something where he's getting hit with advertisements for it. Outside of that, he doesn't fucking know. So therefore, I don't have him watch fucking YouTube ads. We fucking watch Rocket Power, whatever you want to watch. All right, dude, but you're not watching shit that you don't want to watch, because then you're getting programmed for things you don't want to do. And you think it's normal. We shouldn't feel pressured to, like, get our kids all this fucking shit. Jordan this, Pokemon this, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever the fucking new thing is. Riz Kaisana, whatever, you know? Like, realistically, your children want to spend time with you, and if, hey, we don't got the Pokemon cards, but guess what? We're gonna go outside, right? I feel it. I feel it. I feel the disappointment. I understand as a adult, you feel like you let your child down, but letting your child down in capitalism isn't really letting them down because it's not real. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm not gonna let you down. I'm gonna set this fucking fire. I'm gonna put these woods to fucking these logs together, and that's just gonna go boom. Like, we gonna make, and even if it was raining, we're gonna build a fire, dude, because we're gonna figure it the fuck out, right? That's not letting your son down. That's not letting your child down, because you can do that. Like, capitalism, like, you can't. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be in the factory buying every single thing that comes off the fucking line, and it's never gonna stop for all of eternity. That's the whole point of all of this, right? So what if, instead of trying to buy them all the toys and shit that they eventually get tired of, why don't we have practices? Why don't we go outside, little dude, and make our own cards? We'll find a bird, and we'll give the bird whatever name you want to give it, little dude, you know? Like, sure, there's a scientific name, but there's your name for it, and your name is valid, because fuck those guys. That's the book name, you know? That's not fucking fact. The fact is the earth revolves around the fucking sun, dude. Like, that's a fact. Is a rock that fucking flies around a big ass ball of fire, right? Gas, energy that fucking combusted. These are facts, right? Pokemon is not a fact, right? It's not. It's a cool little thing that we like, right? And that's cool. But it's not a fact. And you, as a parent, I'm just saying this, are not a disappointment for not buying things for them. Like, I can't say you're not a disappointment if you don't spend time with your child. I won't say, oh, go, no, don't spend time with your kid, go on a hustle. No, I'm saying turn the hustle down a little bit and turn the time up, because the time that you spend hustling to get some shit from capitalism doesn't even matter. They just like the fact that you gave them something, and they like the time spent with you. So therefore, the gift giving, if that's whatever it is, the 2 minutes that you're giving the gift, that's their favorite. And whatever gift that is, that's going to be their favorite too. So as parents, like, let's be more confident in ourselves, you know? And, like, food, water, shelter, gang. Like, after that, like, is not factual. Food, water, shelter, clothing, right? But if you put yourself in the right situations, you don't need clothes. Live in a place you don't need clothes at all. So, and at nighttime you build a fire. So whatever it is, you can find out what makes sense for you, but don't feel bad if you can't meet these capitalistic standards. And also, from parent to parent, we get rid of the capitalistic standards we put on our children when we own up that we're putting them in front of a TV because we need a break or whatever. And it's like, let's find a different break, okay? Like, I understand we want to take a nap. I want to take a nap. I want to take a nap, right? So I make more music videos because, hey, dude, you can watch my videos and then, like, learn a song that's actually somewhat productive. I'm not going to say every single bar I say is the most fucking, like, Nas about to get you to buy land in Africa, but it's definitely not detrimental to anybody. So there you go. So overall, that's a long video.